Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. Please, can you hear me? Good evening, everyone. I wanted to be sure that the recording has started so we can have it recorded. Hi, Otito. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Otito. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good evening. Okay, so I would put on the in call messages. So please, while I'm presenting, I would need, because I want it to be an interactive section so that I can be sure that everyone is with me on this, right? So you could drop messages. So if there's anything you want to contribute and all that. Hi, okay, sorry, Uchechi. Hi, good evening. Thank you for joining in. Thank you so much. Okay, so the recording has started, so we are starting now. Thank you very much for joining in. Okay, so let me go to the slides. So today's webinar is about upskilling
Thank
seamlessly.
you.
Hi, thank you. You can unmute now, thank you. Okay, you can use the in call messages. Okay, so today's webinar is about upskilling seamlessly into data analytics, right? So um, all right, first of all, I'll just do an overview of what data analytics is, right? Okay, so data is everything around us. So it could be um, maybe you want to gather a data of red cars that applies Victoria Island, that's a data, or the kind of buildings that we have within a particular population, that's data. Everything you can think of around us is data. You get like, please, I want to have it popping in the messages, like everything around you is data. It could be the number of fine girls in your area, it could be the number of married women, it could be a sample population of anything. Everything around us is data, right? Data is, it at that state is, in other words, useless until when you make insights out of it. So that's when it becomes useful. When I just say a population of married women in Lagos, Nigeria, that's a data. So what do I want to do with the population of married women or single ladies or children or whatever it is, or maybe people that are disabled, whatever it is? What I want to derive from it is where data analysis comes in. Data analysis comes in. We want to derive insights from this data. So that's the aim of everything data analysis is, in probably a sentence, right? All right. So I want to see your messages. Just give me an example of a data set you can think of. It should be okay. Just give me, like I've highlighted, a list or the amount of men in Lagos, the population of, just, I want to see your messages popping, please. Thank you. That would be giving me a feedback that we are all with me, because I want it to be an interactive section, right? Thank you. Others are joining in, so we'll not wait for them. They'll join us. Thank you. I can see some other persons here. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Please hit your messages so that we'll have it interactive, right? Thank you. So what's analysis? Analysis, you can all see my screen, right? If it's a yes, give me a thumbs up, please. If we're seeing my screen, please give me a thumbs up. Let me, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yes, I can see that. Okay. Okay. Uchechi, please, you have a question. You're raising your hand.
A mistake, I'm sorry.
Okay, you wanted to give me a thumbs up, right? I don't.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you. Any questions you have, maybe just drop it in the call messages, right? So what is analysis? Analysis is evaluation, examination to gain understanding, right? Data at its state is is raw. It doesn't make any sense. It's, I can use the word useless, but when you seek in to evaluate and examine data, that's when you have an understanding of what you want out of the questions you need to answer as a data analyst. The questions I seek, okay, on behalf of the business owners, right? The questions, the problem they seek solutions to, or the answers they need, those are the insights, right? So please keep it. I want to see your messages in the in-call messages. Just give me an example of a data set or just anything you could think of that you think is data. I want to see them. Thank you. I want to see them popping in. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, so the next thing I just want to do an overview before we hit the nail on the head, right? Seamless upskill into data analysis. So now I would just want to highlight on three things, right? The major roles of it of data analysis. Okay, so the major role of data analysis, number one, okay, so number of fine girls in your area. Great, Israel. Keep it coming in. I really want to see what data is, like what you can, that data in its raw state, right? What you can think of as data. I said earlier, those that are just joining, that data is everything around us is data, right? Thank you. Keep it in. I want to see your messages. Thank you. All right, so I'll know that I'm making sense. We just want to run through this fast. The main thing is we have a lot of things to do, so I'll just rush through the slides. Thank you. Okay, so the major role of data analysis is problem solving. Problem solving in identifying patterns and guiding decision making. So we would just want to see, okay, there's always problem. When you say data set, there's a problem to solve, right? When you say data set, you just know that there's a problem to solve, right? So that's the one of the roles of data analysis. You want to solve problems, you want to derive valuable insights. Insights are solutions, insights are questions being answered. So you want to derive insights, you want to solve problems, and you want to access performance and effectiveness of a process. So those are the three major roles of data analysis. So just think of it as a data analyst, I get my data set. The next thing, I want to solve problems. The next thing, I want to give the business owners or whoever my data is answering questions. So the person, I need to give that person insight, not just insight, valuable insight, right? And we want to access and evaluate performance. So that's like the three major roles of data analysis. I'm going to run right now because I want us to treat some other things. Yeah, okay, so the next thing on my slide is data analysts versus data scientists. Okay, so data analyst, because most times we always have that question, who is a data analyst? Who is a data scientist? Guys, I really need you to give me messages. I want to see if I'm making sense. I need thumbs up. Please give me thumbs ups if we are following what I'm saying. I want it to be an interactive section. Yeah, thank you, Israel. Thank you, Emiral. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. Okay, so data analyst, right? A data analyst, we can look at it. The storyteller now think of another friend who is who has an amazing story. Take all the interesting stuff and that happened during the day and turn it to a great tale. So that is similar to a data analyst. A data analyst just look for a way of telling a story in the course of creating insight, problem solving. We want it to be understandable, right? We want it to be understand. So it's a way of just telling a tale about that data set. Just think of you, um, that amazing storyteller that is your friend. I used to have a friend in school. Those days when we used to watch Salvador, she can watch the movie and so tell me everything, and I'll be there. It will be as if I'm there watching the movie. So a data analyst is a storyteller, right? You have to tell the insights from that particular data. So in data analysis, we don't predict. Now that's the work of a data scientist. A data scientist looks into that data set, right? Collects, there's what they call algorithm, it trains the data to be able to predict other data. So that's where a data scientist is. For me right now, I think is to take it a step at a time. That's why I call it upskilling seamlessly. Upskilling seamlessly. So I want it to be, data scientist can be a future role, probably for a data analyst. But for now, data analyst is about telling stories and a tale about that data. In the bid of telling stories, we are solving problems. We are um, we are solving problems. We are gaining insight and the rest. Tell mommy I'm busy. I'm in my go 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 now now now. Okay, so I want to see it from I want to see your messages, guys, please. Data scientists, I've used the word data scientist is a predictor and data analyst is a storyteller. So just give me in one word what you think a data analyst is and a data scientist. So we are going to the next slide. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, so on to the next one. Okay, so the next thing I want us to look at, we've gotten an overview of what data analysis is, right? We said earlier that a data is everything around us. Did we get that? Please, I need your thumbs up if we are following right. Data is everything around us, right? Analysis is evaluating and gaining insight, and the major role of analysis is for you to solve problems, give valuable insights, and evaluate a trend. Okay, so on to the next one, right? The aim of this webinar is for us to create a roadmap that will help guide you through upskilling seamlessly, right? Every one of us is coming from different technical fields, right? I am an accounting professional. Before I ventured into data analysis, I upskilled into data analysis. Okay, so let me share a little story. So at some point in my accounting career, I felt stale, right? I felt really stale. I felt I wasn't, I was opportune to join a program that Okonjo-Iweala was, and she said three things. She said the future is digital, the future is green, and the future is inclusive. So whatever technical field you are in right now, if you're not plugging yourself to the digital world right now, in a few years from now, you'll be still. We all know that as an accountant, I don't know what field we are from. Guys, keep it in the messages. I want to know what field some of us are coming from. We have some guys from the accounting field. Some people upskill into data analysis from healthcare. Like I know a couple of them, pharmacists, medical line, they upskill into data analysis. I came from accounting field, and that's like for me it's a step further, you know. Um, Having my technical knowledge in accounting and plugging it into the digital age of data analysis. So that's the aim for me. Um, the aim for upskilling into data analysis is for me to have relevance in my career, because in the nearest future, an accountant without any tech knowledge would be still. So, and that's why we've drawn out this roadmap. Please, I need your thumbs up if I'm making sense. If you're with me, thank you. Okay, so the first thing on creating an upskill roadmap is understand where you are, what you want, and what you have. Understand where you are, what you want, and what you have. Okay, so for me, as at the time I upskilled, I had a technical knowledge. Okay, where I was at that time, I wasn't getting enough from my career, right? What I wanted to be relevant. I wanted to be relevant in this digital age. I want a situation where I could work from home. I could do anything I needed to do. Plugging into this digital age, like a couple of us in the nearest future, if you've upskilled, you would not have to be the one going, because practically 100% of my work right now, I don't have to be at the office to do them. I can do it from the comfort of my home. So I think that's what many of us want right now. We want flexibility in our lives, right? So what you want, what I wanted was flexibility, and what I had the technical knowledge in accounting. You understand? So at the end of this webinar, I'm going to be asking you that question. You'll be answering it for yourself. Okay, so what do I need to do to have a seamless upskill, right? What do I need to do to have a seamless upskill? I need to take up a course. I need to, what pattern of course do I want to do based on what I have, based on the time resources I have. Okay, so I'll be sharing about that. Okay, so I had couple of trainings into data analysis. I remember the first I had was an FMBA course. It was a scholarship, right, with Corporate Finance Institute. So we did financial modeling and valuation analysis. So it's mainly streamlined in the field of finance. Okay, so after that, we got a waiver to get into data analysis, BIDA. So when I started up the course, at some point, I was not able to finish the course at that time because of I was pregnant at that time, so but I got the technical knowledge. So fast forward to some years back, I had another opportunity to do another course, that was basically data science stroke analysis. At that point, I wasn't, we did Python, we did machine learning, we did Power BI, we did SQL and all that. So I knew at that time when I started that course, because the course was very practical. Like, it made so much sense. All the things I was able to do that I couldn't complete in the bidder course with CFI, it made more sense. Like, I was like, when I was in the course with bidder, bidder course as data analysis with CFI, it wasn't making sense. And that's why I'm guiding you through upskilling seamlessly. It wasn't making sense. I was writing notes and notes upon notes, jotting down, like it wasn't making sense. So when I had an interactive session doing the course with Poise Academy, it was a scholarship. Yes, it was a 12 weeks course. It wasn't for the week. The course was, we were having that course from 8 to like almost 10, 11 p.m. on a daily basis. And that is it. You have to sacrifice your time. Everybody will tell you, like, you enjoy flexibility, you do this. Nobody tells you the behind the scene. You have to make up your mind that this is what I want to do. If I have the opportunity of getting a waiver in doing a particular course, I have to know that what I need to sacrifice is my time. It's my time consistently. So at that point, what I needed to do to have that seamless upskill was to sacrifice my time. I already had a free course. It wasn't free. It was free but not cheap, because it cost me my time and commitment. So that's what I'm bringing in to you today. What do you need to do to have that upskill? What are the courses you need to take, to have this upskill? So you have to do it. So the next thing is, start doing it now. Don't procrastinate any further. You know, After now, I'll be sharing about the community we'll be having that would guide us through this seamless upskill. So you have to do it now. Don't procrastinate. Okay, so I'll be going to the next one. I think I'll be leaving this. I'm going to drop this. This an example of creating an upskill roadmap. Okay, so um where am I right now? I'm at the point in my career where I feel lost, failures. What I need to do, I need to embark on that course, and I have to start doing it now. Guys, drop me a message. I want to hear now. We are all doing it now. No more procrastination. I need thumbs up. I need you to give me an affirmation that you are doing it now. Now, guys. No procrastination. Thank you, Grace. We are doing it now. Okay, so data analysis roadmap. Okay, so this is a roadmap of the things that you would be introduced to you, right? This is, I'm going to show you something, right? But not after this. Let me run through it. Okay, so this is a data analytics roadmap. We have Excel. Pick, there are lots of courses that will guide you through Excel. I have a loads of information, like loads of information that just dedicate your time. You will know Excel to the advanced level. You know, the internet has lots of resource, anything regarding tech, like just chat GPT can run you through a course in Excel. I am telling you for a fact. I use chat GPT practically. Like there are sometimes I'm running code snippet. I'm like, I use it a lot. So don't think it's something on that is unachievable. Once you put your mind to it that this is what you want, you will achieve it. So that's why we're saying it's a seamless upskill. Okay, so statistics for me, I didn't really, I know we all have the knowledge of statistics, like those that have done social sciences, a little bit of statistics. Okay, so the tool you use as a data analyst, we use Excel, we use Power BI, you know, having guided projects. You need to know. So Power BI, Excel, those are the tools, and SQL, those are the tools you would need. Um, those are the technical skills in data analysis. Okay, so I'll go to the next slide. I am running because I want us to discuss. Now, this is the main thing I want to bring to you, right? Please, everybody, I want you to look at your screen now, guys. Look at your screen, like, please. Tell me you're on your screen. I need that message. It's yes, I am on my screen. Are you on your screen? Thumbs up. Let me know. Great, great, great. Thank you. Thank you, Emerald. Thank you. I am seeing that you're on your screen. Yeah. Okay, so this is a T-shaped oh my god, I didn't put that there was something that needs to be here. Okay. Okay, so I'll just run through this. It keeps okay, so now look at this horizontal line, right? By the time you start a training in data analysis, they will bring to your knowledge everything about Excel. They'll tell you need to know Excel, everything about Power BI, SQL, Python. You need to know all of them, guys. Look at this. This is a vertical line, right? Now, you should have a basic knowledge of those technical skills that they will tell you. But at the long run, in-depth expertise of one discipline, right? In-depth expertise of one. Now, for me right now, I have broad knowledge of Python. I can run Python codes to give you some visualization, but I don't want to have in-depth knowledge of Python. I might need to do that in future. Great. But you see, for now, what I have understood, I love the technical tool I know I love is Power BI and Excel, and it's working wonders for me. So I just want to be that guy that is an expert in the use of Power BI. You can choose to be that guy that is an expert in the use of Python to create data analysis. Great. You shouldn't have in-depth, that's where people get it wrong, right? In-depth knowledge, choose one of those tools or two. In the future, I have broad knowledge. I have a basic knowledge of what's it called, SQL is sweet for that database management. I really want to be that guy in SQL, but for a start, I am starting up with which one? Okay, go. Okay, sorry. Alongside being a data analyst and all of that, I am a mom, so we get that one or two times. It's understandable. Thank you. Okay, so one or two distractions. Sorry for that. Okay, so I want to be that guy that is an expert in just one of those skills. So I have chosen Power BI and Excel, right? I want to be that guy, that run to guy for your Power BI visuals, Power BI query, doing all of those manipulations on Power BI. I want to be that guy. So I would really engage you, like, to have a seamless upskill. Like, when you think of having to do all learning all those tools that they tell you, Python, Power BI, SQL, Excel, you see it as something difficult. You see it as something very difficult. But when you streamline your knowledge, look at this arrow here, bring it down. You streamline your knowledge and expertise to one discipline or one skill, and be that guy. Anytime I need a Power BI developer, you call me, I'm that guy, you get. So that is another thing I would like to share to us. Okay, so now I would read this for us to hear. Are we here? Give me those thumbs up if I'm making sense. So now I'm going to walk you through some things I think is really, really essential, right? In picking a course and a material to put you through the seamless upskill. Okay, so there are lots of resources and information in every corner imaginable. The internet has lots of resources, right? Many. It is very easy to get drowned. You'll be drowned, with so many courses and sometimes the struggle you experience with this information overload can get clinical about courses and knowledge in general. You would now start thinking that understanding data analysis is very difficult. I have a friend that told me, like, I did data analysis and I ran away. So you are not running away. So that's why we're here to hold your hands and let's do this together. So could it be that you're getting something wrong? Yes, because I know one of us here, or many of us, have had that information overload. We feel that this thing is too much. I have to know Python. I have to know this. Like from what I said earlier, understand the basics of all of them, but pick one you love. Pick one that whenever you see, like I told my friend, I said, I was talking to someone, I was like, Power BI is sweet. I find it so interesting, and that's why it's understandable for me. Like recently I spoke to someone and the person wanted me to come train some people in the use of Power BI, and I was like, I practically love the use because it's very user friendly and interesting. So it could be SQL. You could I know someone that is an SQL queen. Like she likes SQL. So whatever you feel is by the time you have the basic knowledge, you will now streamline and choose the one you love and works with you, right? Thank you. Please, if you are following, I need those thumbs up, right? I want to see it. Nobody is sending me messages. I need it, I need it, I need it. Keep it rolling. Thank you. Okay, so here are some 3 hacks you will find useful if currently experiencing any challenge. If you're experiencing information overload, if you're experiencing, having too many of those data analysis jargon that is not making sense, like I'm not following. Now, let me tell you what you need to know. These are 3 hacks. Be clear about your learning needs and rank them. Why not see learning goals per week, per month, or per quarter? Give it time. For instance, to learn Power Query in the next 1 month. This way, you're able to concentrate better. Take it that I would use the next 2 weeks to understand the basics. With what I've told you today, what data is, what analysis is, you now know the basics. If you started from the beginning, you could go back to the recordings. Great. You have an overview of the basics. Like, you need to do this, you need to know this. Okay, now you know that these are the things you need to do. So pick it a day at a time. Let me take up the basics of Excel for the next 1 month. Then make it easy. If you're just starting out with building a learning habit, you're a 9 to 5 going to work Monday to Friday, it is really, I can tell you, it takes extra determination to fit in a learning habit to your present schedule. Like, I don't even know if we have those that have kids here, family and all that. It is difficult. Like, I know how it feels. Like, I was able to do that course I did while I was on mat leave, having to combine learning with family, with work. It is really, I can tell you, but you have to make a clear learning habit, set a goal. Okay, what if I do 20 minutes every day? What if that course is like probably a 9 hours course? Let me start with doing 30 minutes daily. We all spend over 30 minutes on Instagram. Let me cut out Instagram. Let me do 30 minutes of watching these videos. Let me get a knowledge, as in, let me just have an overview of what this is all about. Then another thing I cannot forget is join a community. Have an accountability partner. You'll get to some point where you have breakouts, you're tired. Like, I think sometime 2 weeks ago, I stay around redemption camp. I went to see my friend. I told her, like, I just felt like just seeing you, and let's just talk about like something I learned in February. I did a project with, I reached out to a guy. Muda is not here. He registered. I think he'll join in soon. So she was like, I was like, and the guy taught me, and I wanted to teach her. So teaching is a way of having things stick. When you have an information, you have an accountability partner, or a community where you have like minds. Like, I am still in the learning process. I would not lie to you. There are lots of things that, see, let nobody fool you, right? Even those data analysts gurus you'd see on LinkedIn, most of them have times that they have to reach out. They have to ask ChatGPT. They might do a query that is really, really, they might spend hours. It happens to everyone. So don't feel you're lost. There's always to have a community, have an accountability partner, and that's what I'm going to be sharing at the end. Would be having a goal-based community. It's like a community where we'll all be holding our hands together. It's not just me. It's not. There are lots of people that when you drop a message in there, they are ready to answer. It's not like they know it all, but they can give you clues. I'm going to have some of my friends join in so that we'll have it interactive. So that when you're stuck up with something in the learning process, we're going to have people that would answer and just have it seamless, you get. So that's the whole aim. Thank you. I need your thumbs up if it's making sense. I'll be rounding up with the slides. Okay, so key takeaways, right? If you have questions, keep it coming in. Thumbs up. I need it, I need it, I need it. Yeah, okay. I need questions, though. We'll be using the next few minutes to have, I'll have people um on mute so that we can, I'll have people on mute so that we can have, I'll hear your voice. Let's just talk about some of the, we'll use the next probably 20 minutes to do that. Now, one of the key things I want us to take away from here is that one of the most requirements for success, once you have decided this is what you want, is the quality of willingness to pay the price. You know, one of the most important requirements for success, after you have decided this is what I want to do, are you willing to pay the price? The price is not a difficult price to pay. It's your time, it's your consistency, it's your resilience, it's your determination. Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to do what you're supposed to do? Because think of it, in the next few years, where we are in that age where the technical knowledge you have is like off the market, like how will you fit in? How will you fit in? So that is the thing, willingness to pay the price. Are you willing to pay the price? Now, the next takeaway is that in becoming an expert in your field, continually upgrading your skill is like physical fitness. you know if you stop exercising for any period of time and you don't maintain your fitness at that same level, you begin to decline. You will lose your strength, flexibility and stamina. So don't stop upgrading your skill. Don't feel I've learned this, I know it all. You even up to now, with the little technical knowledge I have in data analysis, I still want, whenever I see some beautiful things that people are doing, I reach out, I'll be like, okay, please, let's do this together. Don't be afraid to talk about one thing. And that's where, our mind is things that we don't frequent in doing, it goes away. Imagine a particular project I did in February, and I was trying to teach someone else, and I was stuck at some point. So if I had not taught that person, that made me remember that, oh, I this thing I had done like has not stick, like it would, I would be stuck up. So that's why you have to keep on, don't stop upgrading your skills, right? Yes, okay. So I am done with my slides. This is like the last phase. Yes. Oh, okay. So I really need people to unmute. Please raise your hand if you want to say something. I want to know if if we've really walked you through understanding the basics of upskilling seamlessly. Like, hi Emerald, are you in a less noisy area? So let's talk. We have 20 minutes. I work with time. I decided not to wait for anybody, so that would anyone that is not here would visit the recording. Yes. Hi Emerald. Hi Uche. Sorry. Hi Grace. Hello Grace. Can you unmute? Are you here? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Hi Grace. Um.
Hello.
So, do you have any questions? Like, we've not really had. I wanted us to do this together. So, I want to know, right? What do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, okay. So I want to know what's your basic knowledge in data analysis, and are you going to do the things we said we are going to do, starting that course right now, having that learning habit. Like, are you starting right away? Because there are going to be loads of materials once you
Yes.
join the WhatsApp community. There are going to be loads of materials. Like, what's your technical background? Accounting, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, like, how far have you done before now in data analysis? Which tool are you familiar with?
So, in my data analysis journey, I'm just about to start, but I'm a little bit familiar with
Excel.
Excel a lot. But then
Accountant.
I would like to also
Yeah.
yes.
Do you know there are a lot of
Uh,
things you could do with data analysis in Excel?
yes.
Yes, yes. So, what skill, we talked about the T shape guide in learning. You remember this diagram?
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you want to be? What guy do you want to be that has the in-depth expertise in one discipline? Is it the Power BI guy or the Excel guy? Which one?
I think I want to be for both the
Okay,
Excel
so
guy and the
when
Power BI guy.
you want to be both the Excel guy. What about SQL? Who's gonna do SQL for you?
Yes, I also want to be. I also advanced in SQL, both Power BI, Excel, and SQL.
Great. So we're on same team, right? So, but first of all, you might want
Yes.
to do a broad knowledge of the basics, then you now start being that
Yes.
Power BI guy. Okay, you can unmute now. Thank you, Grace. Emerald, is it sorry, Emelda Uchechi? You can unmute. You're raising your hand. Yeah, here. I'm with you. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I don't have any question. That was a mistake I made previously when I wanted to send it to answer.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right. But what's your technical area like before now?
Well, I mean, yes.
Oh, great. Do you know that I know someone. You know this guy, what's his name? On LinkedIn. There are lots of healthcare practitioners now doing data analysis, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So that's not going to be a problem. We'll walk you through when you join the community.
Yes,
It's
please. I really
it's
want to.
yeah. So, but I've mentioned. We talked about these T-shaped skills, right? You might want to have basic knowledge of Power BI, SQL, whatever. But which guy do you want to be known for? What guy are you? What guy do you want to be, that professional guy, like in-depth expertise in one of those technical skills? Is it the Power BI guy or the Excel guy, or which one? SQL guy, manipulating the healthcare database. Which guy do you want to
Well,
be?
I think for now I'll go with this. If I can also have a video of what the if I can get a video of what the different package is
Okay.
all about, like I can go
Oh,
through them.
okay. We are
Then it
going
can also
to.
help me to make informed choice.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you. That's another thing. That's very important. That's why in data analysis you need to understand the broad knowledge, so that you won't be that data analyst that they'll say Python and you be like, what is Python? Is this snake? Mm-mm. That's why you should have a breadth knowledge of these skills, right? Thank you. Who is raising up his or her hand? And I said, if you add question, you didn't say anything, Emirad. You just asked a very, very serious question. And that's what we pointed out here. Breadth knowledge of it. Then later on, you now have in-depth knowledge of which one you love and the one that catches your fancy, right? Great, thank you. Okay, so Israel, you have a question. You can unmute.
All right, thank you.
Hi, Israel.
Um, Hi, Margaret.
Okay.
So how do we get to join the WhatsApp community first of all?
Okay,
I've got
so
a question, right?
yeah, okay, so that's like the next phase. I wanted that to come last. I'm dropping the link immediately. I'll drop the message here. I'll drop the message once. Okay, okay, this is not where I should be. Where's the chat? Okay, here's the chat. So I'm dropping the message now. The feedback form too. So, okay, you can unmute now.
I have another question.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, earlier you were talking about the difference between the data scientist and then the other person, right? And then
Yeah.
you gave a couple of examples about data that you can collect. Then you mentioned, for example, number of girls in the city, married women in the community, and all of that. But now you're talking about healthcare practitioners, right?
Mhm.
Being able to become data scientists. So they are doing most of their work online, right? As per healthcare and all of that, right? How do they get to determine the quality of the data?
How do they get to do what?
Determine the quality of their data.
Okay,
Do you
now,
understand? Yeah.
yes, okay, so the thing about this is, right, I'll first talk about, if I get you right, the first thing you talked about is the data scientist. Now let me talk about who a data scientist is. You know, data science is what we first thing about data science is that data science um goes through what the sole aim of data science is to learn a particular data set. That's what they call algorithm. It's going to learn. There's what they call machine learning, right? You have this data set about a particular sample population of people with high blood pressure. You get the parameters. That's what they call it. I can't remember for now. You get the parameters, you get the probably age of these people that has BP, you get the clinical. Let me use a nurse for an example. You get this information, the CP, I think I did a project on that CP and all that, about those are like, I've forgotten the broad name. These parameters, there's a process you put this data into. They call it machine learning. You understand how effective you can predict this data. After doing the machine learning, you will now be able to go through, okay, predictive analysis. You take a sample of this data and predict to understand how it works, right? Then with that, if you've understood this data, that data itself can now predict future data. Like I have done the machine learning, and I look at somebody that has um this level of blood pressure, you has this chest pain, has various parameters. I have this some information. I will say, okay, this person, and that's why those in medical line needs to understand. Most of them are data scientists, because by the time they get this data set, they understand this data and they go further, you know, to um learn the data, and this data itself can predict other future data. So that's the thing about data science. Then analysis and is different. Analysis is getting a particular pattern, understanding this data, and just trying to create insights, solve this. Where a data analyst is not into predictions. A data analyst seeks to tell a story or give a solution or give insight about a particular data set. It's two different things. And you talked about quality of data. There's what we call data management. It's very, very broad, right? To get the quality of the data, you have to do some error testing. You have to test the data. You have to look for outliers. Those are like various way you check out for um inconsistencies, right, in the data, to test how effective that data is. So I hope I've answered your question. Thank you, Israel. Okay, so we have just 10 minutes to go. Google Meet has already given me, so I would, going forward, we'll still have to, by the time you join our community, would do so much more. We'll talk about other things, right? Okay. Now, so here we are. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. I hope you find these tips that we've shared for having a seamless upskill very, very valuable. Give me a thumbs up if it's valuable. I need to see it. Everybody, if you think this information we've passed across is making sense, I want to have another thumbs up to be sure that everything we've said, you are going to do them. Not having this information and it just ends here. No, you're going to do them. Okay, so we have a community. We have a community that can walk you through to have a seamless upskill. Yeah, I just dropped the link. It's here. So you could click on it and join our community now. Then the meeting will be ending in the next 10 minutes. You could join now. Um, we really appreciate your feedback. I want your feedback. I want your feedback. I really, really want your
I
feedback.
can't find.
I just dropped it now. It's here. It's in the messages. This first link, chat WhatsApp community here. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it, but I can't see the message.
You can click on it. Can you see it now? Can others see it?
Not yet.
Can others see it? Okay, so what I would do, okay, another thing I would do after this session is to join everybody that registered to the community. Do you think that's okay? I'll join you to the community. I think I have your WhatsApp number. If you don't see yourself in the community in the next few hours, just reply the message the email you received, or just fill the feedback form, or just let me know. You have my LinkedIn account. You could drop me a message, but I would join everybody to the community at the end of this meeting. So this link here is for the feedback form. I would really appreciate your feedback, please. We need feedback. Then another thing I'm asking, Emerald, you're on LinkedIn, right? Which Grace, you're on LinkedIn. I would appreciate you talking about the webinar on LinkedIn, because it would be your own quarter to helping someone else to have a seamless upskill, right? You've had this webinar. I really believe it's been insightful. You've learned something. You could let somebody know. Hi, Omawumi, you are very, very early. Hi, can you unmute?
Hi, good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, mommy. What happened?
Sorry, I just got the mail. I've been really busy.
Oh, okay. We sent a mail immediately we started. I had to consider them because I know a particular session I joined in last week, and you ought to see the mails I received. So that's why I sent lots of mails. Oh, okay. So I would also drop the recordings too, so that you can have an overview of what we discussed about. I will send the link to the recordings via mail. I'll send a feedback form, and I'll send you the link to join the community, so we can walk you through everything we've learned today. Thank you very
Oh,
much. Thank you very much, guys. So the another thing I would Grace, are you here? Emerald, are you here? Omawumi, how did you join? Did you join on LinkedIn? Did you see the invite on LinkedIn?
yes, I saw the invite on LinkedIn.
Okay, okay. So probably since you joined in late, I don't know if you're convinced enough, if you've found it, so you could go through the recordings. I would urge you to go through the recordings, so you should go through the recordings because there was so many things we talked about so many things, right? So I would appreciate you taking talking about the webinar on LinkedIn. Let other people know that you joined this webinar and you learned something. So it could motivate other people to look out for our next edition of the webinar and have a seamless upskill. I want it to be that we are having this community where everybody, we are holding our hands together, because at some point where you're feeling like I can't, it's really really difficult, you would have somebody just. And that is the thing about I've learned in this journey. At some point you're stuck, at some point you just want to just take a break, but it's fine, you can take that break. But as you're taking that break, you're having that time to relax and fire it on, bring more fire. Don't take that break and it's over. No. So that's why you need to have an accountability partner, a person that will say, okay, you receive ginger, you receive fire, you say, no, I'm going back. Even when I'm stuck, I'm going back. You get. So that's why I want us to use this opportunity, talk about it, do a post, tag me on LinkedIn, let other people know that this is what I want to do. I've had practically I was stocked up when I started this journey. Like, it wasn't making sense. It's still not making sense. It's still not clearly figured out. But at least I'm better than I was 2 years ago, and I'm doing what I love. You get. So, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to walk through. I'm here to walk people through, you know, that transition, because I had a friend that started up a course in data analysis. She stopped, she went to another course. I think she did cyber security. But I think if she had somebody that held her and said, no, data analysis is not as difficult. You see that um, picture about that in broad knowledge and in-depth knowledge. If when I saw it, I was like, great, this is a real guide. You don't have to know all those tools. You don't have the basic knowledge of all of them, but choose one that makes sense, that you love, and be that guy, that Power BI guy. Okay, I feel cool with Power BI. Let me be that Power BI guy, or the Python guy, or whatever. Which one you choose, whichever one you choose. So after this webinar, by tomorrow or later this evening, I'm going to send you a mail, um, the link on joining our community, the feedback form. I need your feedback. You need to give me feedback. I need to know what you learned. Now, okay, so the next thing would now be doing a post on LinkedIn. Talk about it on LinkedIn, tag me, let other people know that it's not as difficult as they think. We have a community that will walk you through it. Refer a friend, tell somebody that you think is also interested in upskilling. Let that person know that you're not alone. We can walk you through. Get. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. If you feel it was insightful, give me thumbs up. I need to see those thumbs up popping. If it makes sense. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you. So would we is anybody with a question? Do you have a 1 minute question before we have it? We have. Okay, so I want to be sure. Anyway, have you seen the community login details? Have you seen it? Have you all found it? Don't worry, I'll do a mail if you've not found it. Okay. I might join everybody to the community because I need consent if it's fine. I might join everybody to the community. Sorry. Otito. Hi, Otito. Hi, Mr. Otito. Are you still here? Hello, hi, Otito. On mute, I want to hear your voice. Okay, I think maybe he's far away from his device. Okay, Omawumi. Hi, Omawumi. Sorry you had to join in late. I am very sure that we'll have the recordings, so you get the recordings. And I'll also
Okay.
yeah, I'll drop the slides in the. Okay, so I will join everybody at the end of today by God's grace. Then by the time I join you in, I'll send you a mail so you give me feedback, and I should be able to. I'm doing a recording. I'm hopeful that it's going to be perfect sound and everything. So I would send you details of the recordings. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Give me a thumbs up if you found it insightful. I want to see it rolling. David, thank you. And David, only you, how many thumbs up? Where is Emerald? You've not given me thumbs up. Okay, I've seen yours. Hi, Grace. Give me thumbs up now. Thank you. Otito is not here. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So would talk further, but if you know you're going to refer a friend to our next webinar, give me thumbs up. I want to see it. If you refer, because I know you have friends that want to do this and needs a guide. Grace, you're inviting your community. Okay. Invite your friends. Oh, I know I'm a fan of that. I don't believe it's lonely at the top. It's not lonely. When you go to the top with your friends, you won't feel lonely. If you agree with me, give me thumbs up. It's not lonely at the top. So that's why we're holding our hands. It can't be lonely. So we're going to do this right together. All right, thank you. So if you know you're going to give me a LinkedIn post about this webinar, give me. I want to see those posts is going to be popping in. Tell your community, tell your friends that we have somebody that can guide you through a seamless upskill into data analysis. Grace, thank you. What about Omowumi? What about Uchechi? Yeah, thank you. Uchechi, you're not going to do a post. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. All right, bye, guys. We're ending now. Thank you. Yeah, bye. It's time to end. Bye.